Hey girl, so I'm here today to talk about the fact that I think I had coronavirus, okay? So basically what had happened was we taking it back to March now. Was it March? What we in? May? Yes, we taking it back to March. So on March 30th, I had something to do, right? So your girl left out of the house and I made my way to do what I had to do. Come to find out, what I had to do was closed because, quarantine. So I headed, my friend and I headed back to my friend's home. And while I was there, I started to feel crazy. When I say crazy, I don't just mean like, oh yeah, no, I mean like I started to feel super weak, very tired, headache, nausea, all of that. So I'm like, oh Lord. Now I know you're probably thinking, oh, well, it could have been the flu. But how I knew that something was really wrong was the fact that a couple weeks earlier, maybe like mid-March, I went to someone's home to visit someone that was there. And while I was there, all of a sudden I look over and I'm like, bro, we gotta go because I feel really weak. Now this is before the 30th, okay? This is mid-March. I'm feeling weak, I'm tired, so weak and tired that I have to go home. Went home. Fast forward to March 30th, I am feeling that times 10, okay? Your girl is tired, she is weak and she is worn. Okay, on top of that, nausea, headaches. I'm just like, Satan, today's not the day. Today's not the day, and you shall not prevail. Okay. So on March 30th, I go home. I get home. My mom meets me at the door. She makes me strip down at the door because the virus is outside. The virus is like, okay, so I strip down at the door. I'm feeling really sick. I go into my room and basically I quarantine there. Now, hilarious. My mom is like dropping oranges at my door. My dad is like, he's not coming in the room. He's spraying down. I'm like, okay, I'm just in bed. And the way I felt was like I could not get up. I was so tired and my body physically hurt. It was like an outer body experience. Like I was myself, but I was not in my own body. It almost felt like just super weird. In addition to that, I have these severe headaches. And one of the hardest parts about the whole thing was I had this tension behind my eyes. It was not like pain. It was like, I don't know. It wasn't pain. It was like, it was a mixture of burning, hurting, pain. What made it even worse was even when I closed my eyes, it burned even more. It was like a tension that I never felt in my life. Now I get migraines, okay? I get migraines, but this was not a migraine. I don't know what this was. It was such a tension behind both of my eyes. I told my sister about it, and my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, he's a nurse, or he's going to be a nurse. So she told me, just take a rag, make sure it's nice and hot, and just place it over your eyes. So that's what your girl did. And it started to feel better, but it still kept fighting me. It still kept coming back. It was like it was not trying to let me have it. I didn't really want to eat anything. I'm Guyanese and I'm in a Caribbean household, and everybody in here is very much so South American, very Guyanese. My mom had me drinking tea every day, every minute, every hour. I was not drinking anything cold. Everything I drank was warm, even room temperature water. Citrus, lemons, limes, oranges, just ginger, all of that. So was it lemongrass? Mom went out to buy lemongrass, and we were making like lemongrass tea. So it was real. It was real in here. I had the coughing as well. And at a certain point, my breath was starting to become kind of short, and I would just have to breathe through, because I was like, listen to me, I got too much to live for, okay? I am too young for this. I am too cute for this. I'm not doing it. Your girl was not having it. And basically I fought tooth and nail with that thing, and it kept trying to come back. Like it would come back in like fevers. Like I would all of a sudden have a fever. Forgot to tell you guys, I had fevers as well. So it just kept trying to come back, and I'm just like,
no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am.
I'm not having this. Myself, I'm not having it, because I was just not gonna lay there and let this thing try to take over my body. Absolutely not. This is my body. This is my body. Okay, and my body is what? A temple of the living who? God. And I'm not having it. Period, point blank, straight up and down. Like Bruno Mars said, I'm not having it. Also, I was doing Tylenol a lot. The nurses were telling us that we should take Tylenol and not ibuprofen, because ibuprofen is like making it worse. So I bought Tylenol. It was so hard to find. I think I had to end up ordering a little box of Tylenol from 7-Eleven on the DoorDash app. So that just goes to show you, I could not find Tylenol anywhere. I was taking, I think it was 1 Tylenol every 6 hours. So that's what I was doing. And that seemed to work, in addition to all the home remedies, like everything being warm, drinking a lot of teas, taking a lot of citrus, a lot of superfoods. And it was just a time, to say the least. So yeah, that's basically what I was doing. I had read somewhere that if you wait 3 or 4 days or a week, something like that, without giving yourself any kind of medication, like the Tylenol, like the teas, like the citrus, and you see that you're still stable, then you're good to go. So that's what I did. I spent maybe 3 or 4 days. I didn't take any Tylenol. I didn't drink any tea. I didn't go back to anything cold, but I didn't drink any tea, or at least not as often as I did before. And also, I didn't take as much citrus as I was taking before, and I found myself being stable. So I'm like, okay, I think I beat this. I think I beat this mug. Even after that, it would try to come back with the fever again, and I would just have to go back to the routine of citrus, warm stuff, not laying in bed, making sure that I'm active and moving around, and stuff like that, just to keep myself going, just to keep my body going, because half of the fight is really mental. If you allow yourself to just lay in bed and slug around, it will take over your body. Yeah, that's what I was in here going through, and it was not easy, but I was never scared. I was never afraid, because I knew I was strong, and I knew that I could kind of handle this. I can kind of deal with it. I knew that God wasn't just gonna let me, no, like that just couldn't be what it was. Like, girl, I'm not even married yet. Okay, I'm not married yet. I don't have children. I don't have my own house yet. Okay, girl, I've been in school all my life. I haven't even started living my life yet. Come on, like, hello. I cannot be out here. No. Absolutely not. I already told God, listen to me, you wait. Don't come back yet until I'm married and I have my kids and my life. Okay, like, do not do that to your girl. So him and I already have an understanding about that. Definitely, this coronavirus thing is not playing around with us. She is outside, and she is not letting up. She is not letting up. And we just have to make sure that we're doing everything we can to combat that. And guess what? Things are opening back up. Corona's still gonna be outside. Corona not going nowhere. And that is my coronavirus story, and I'm sticking to her because I believe that I had coronavirus. Okay. That is all I have to say about that. I hope you guys are staying healthy and safe and happy, and your family is okay, and your friends are okay. I know I keep saying that, but I feel the need to encourage you guys. I also heard from my uncle, by way of my mother, that if you cut an onion, okay, you do chop, you put one slice of the onion under one foot, another slice under another foot, and you put socks on, that's supposed to do something.